$400,000. Okay, I did some research today. Their fiscal year is from October to September. From October of 08 to September of 09, they spent $84,218 on just housing inmates in other counties. They run anywhere from 800 to 900 inmates through this jail a year. If this jail is condemned, after talking to Jalefka, all he can do is just paint the jail. The electrical system is haywire, which leads to frequent blackouts. It's going down a disastrous path. If we don't build a jail and this jail gets condemned, we're looking at spending probably $350,000 to $400,000 a year just to transfer and house these inmates in other counties. So, if you ask me, we need to concentrate and look at the budget and concentrate on what we're going to do about the jail. Because if this jail gets condemned, hold on, we're in for a ride.
Thank you, Mr. Ernst. Ms. Cheshire.
I also agree. It has gone too long without considering anyone in the past. It is time. It is part of the commissioner's duties to start plans for a new jail. It's been on hold for years, from what I understand, and we are spending way too much of our taxpayers' money on sheriff's department people going back and forth, sending back and forth to the other jails. Excuse me, I'm just stuttering all over the place. Again, this is another responsibility of a commissioner that we haven't been looking at close enough.
Thank you, Mr. Cheshire. Mr. Beaver.
I agree. I have first-hand experience with that jail. I worked there for 2 years. You have cell doors that don't lock, continuous blackouts. It's in bad shape. It's been in bad shape for years. And nobody seemed to step up and let's do something about it. But I think we should generate funds from that jail. We build a new jail, and the $100,000 that we pay out every year for housing inmates in other counties, we should be generating that money from other counties. We're building a $3 million annex building. I think we could have built a $3 million jail and generated money to come back and build an annex building later. Our courthouse is not in that bad of shape where we need to build a $3 million annex building.
Thank you, Mr. Beaver. Mr. Yannick.
The jail does need rebuilding. It's obvious. It's an old building. I remember going there when I was a little kid. The courthouse also needs rebuilding. It needs remodeling. Yet we're spending a lot of money on an annex building. We could have put things into other buildings around the city. Things were brought into consideration. Yet the annex building was put on a top priority. The jail, to me, would be a top priority. More important than an annex. We can house the stuff from the courthouse and other buildings in the town, and there's plenty of room in places here for some of the workers to work there. Some of this money really should have gone to the jail. It's just been overlooked. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, the next question is on another follow-on in the law enforcement. Do you think that county law enforcement is underfunded? If so, what could be done to provide more funding or resources? Mr. Bean.
Repeat that again, I'm sorry.
Do you think that our county law enforcement is underfunded? If so, what can be done to provide more funding or resources?
For what they do, probably so. I truly believe that. I think those people over there, those deputies especially, are they put their life on the line every time they walk out their door. I can't tell you exactly what they make, but I know it's not enough. I mean, I really do. I know there is things going on because I've sat in a meeting with A.C. Alonzo, who's David's #2 guy, and he was working on a grant for the Border Star, and it's tied to the Homeland Security deal, and we're getting some money. Well, they've already got some in the past, and we're working on it again to help upgrade some of our equipment and pay some of our guys some of the overtime that they use when they're doing Homeland Security business. But yes, those people are generally need to be looked at very hard.
Thank you, Mr. Bean. Mr. Duke,
One more time, the question.
do you think that county law enforcement is underfunded? If so, what can be done to provide more funding or resources?
Yes, they're underfunded. They do need more money. As far as how to get it, we'll just have to work some other ways to do it. I mean, if you don't have the money, you gotta look for ways to do it. As far as how, you just gotta look at the budget and see what you can do the following year. That's the only thing. That's it. I mean, you just can't say, yes, we're gonna do it. There's no way. We've got to look for ways to do it. And right now, I have no idea.
Thank you, Mr. Burris.
Yes, they're underfunded and they're underpaid. Commissioners make more than the local county deputies do. My idea is, let's lower taxes. Let's stop wasteful spending. Make it more appealing for businesses to come in here and start their business. Oil fields going to be real big around here. You know, make it more appealing. Lower taxes, hire more people. More people come in. And it's sad to say, the more people that come in here in this county, the more arrests are going to be made. Have a jail. We can make money off of a jail. And there's a lot of factors in here that we can calculate in here. But stop wasteful spending. I mean, it's really simple when you look at it and from a conservative prospect. I mean, it's lower taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Burris. Ms. Jessup.
I'm sure that's going to be a real hard question to answer. Had we built a jail, we could have started applying more funds toward that department. It would need more employees. It's just going to have to be a plan that's thought out, brought together with the commissioners and the judge, and it's something that has to be written out and stuck to, just like the rest of the budget. You've got to have your long-term plan for the future. Our sheriff's department is under budget, underfunded. I'm positive that they're underfunded. They do have a big job. I also volunteered years ago for the dispatch office. They're wonderful people to work with. But if you have not seen what type of conditions they have to work under, it's unbelievable. And one person is responsible for all officers on duty, EMS and fire. The sheriff's department needs more backing, and it will just take a better budget.